Welcome back.
Batman.
I'm dead.
I'm
Nobody came to my funeral.
Sam. Alright, you're gonna have to explain that one now.
All right. So Sam Harris has we're just jumping straight into it this episode.
Yeah.
um Sam Harris has gone on record saying that he's never found Family Guy funny, and that
Ever.
the only joke that he's ever laughed at is Diabito.
Well, yeah, and that was only because it was on Sam C's camera roll, and I found it. Or no, it was on his YouTube playlist.
You've never
And I
really
was-
what is Diabito? Because you mentioned it. You mentioned Diabito in Wacky Shack, and I never questioned it. Like I never really asked.
So one time,
Wait. Let's set a game first.
we're just gonna sit in the let's. No, so one time at lunch, this was
No.
in high school.
What
This
map
is-
do you
this
want?
is
What
in
map
high
do you
school.
want?
One we haven't played yet. One that's good. I was like, Sam C was pulling up YouTube and he had his playlist up, and his playlist was sort of like the funny videos playlist, you know, that one with the ba 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 ba. Yeah, that one.
Oh, that obnoxious thing that has never been funny ever.
Yeah, he had a sort of a version of that where it was the videos he personally found funny, and also like Let's Play videos and stuff and like compilations or whatever. But he had one video from Family Guy that was like, it was just called Diabito, and it was
You
like
can't tell, but I'm raising my eyebrow right now.
it was like it was kind of offensive. Like there was like this. Okay, so it was in Family Guy, and it was like this Hispanic woman, and she was animated in the Family Guy style, and all of a sudden, her son rolls into the screen, and her son is actually so fat that he cannot walk, but they've animated him as having the ability to roll. So
Oh.
he rolls on, and they're both like have that like blank Family Guy stare. Do you know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
do they like blink every couple of seconds?
Yeah, it's like I hate that like look, but
That art style, yeah. I hate
yeah,
the animation with Family Guy. Like, if you go back and watch season 1, like, the difference is astonishing.
yeah. So it's animated in that style. They're both looking at each other, and Diabito goes, "Mommy, may I have a cookie?" And the mother goes, "No, Diabito," and then he rolls off screen, and that was it. And just the fact that Sam C took the trouble to
The fact
save
that he
that.
went...
Yeah, and I played it, and he goes, "No, stop! I'm gonna laugh too hard."
We all have really funny laughs. Have you ever thought about that?
Yeah, we do.
Like, do my laugh.
I don't actually know. I don't pay attention to people's laughs.
Oh. Well, that's a wasted
Or
opportunity
well,
for a joke.
it's just more like a. It's like a. That's basically it. I don't know.
I don't know about that.
Mine is just like screaming, I guess.
Yours is...
Mine is Rich Evans.
Yeah. Except she says...
Or he just goes. Or he just goes.
That wasn't funny.
That wasn't funny. That wasn't funny. Alright, but that was the only thing I've ever found funny from Family Guy because it was on Sam C's playlist and because it was so like bizarre.
Yeah.
It was like really weird, and it was like a short. It was like literally 10 seconds, and he was like laughing over it. But what was explain the Adam West joke?
Yeah, okay. So I was...
So I was
Sam?
what? Oh,
Wait, I want to watch this kill cam.
that's funny. Sam, your character looks like Angry Joe.
Joe, the person we know? Or...
No, it looks
Angry
like the
Joe?
YouTuber Angry Joe.
Oh, I thought it just meant Joe, but angry.
It's like an angry. It's just you have a few tears.
I'm back.
I'm back from the dead. So
Okay.
explain the Adam West joke.
So I
That
was
I
like,
also
I was
actually
like,
found very funny.
Sam, I think that you just You just don't like watch Family Guy, and then I personally, okay, I'm not gonna go like be like I'm such a huge Family Guy fan, right? I like a lot of the older seasons. Same with like The Simpsons, but I'm not a huge fan of like the newer stuff. I think that they got way too overboard with like the cutaways, and the cutaway, like the joke where it's like, remember that time, and then it cuts to something else is no longer funny. But every once in a while, they just have these like brilliantly timed non sequiturs. And so I was telling Sam about this earlier. This was before Adam West died. So it was funnier. But now it's just kind of tragic. But it was funnier, right?
Well, that's what makes it funny.
And,
The tragedy.
and so, so it was the episode where Brian died after he got hit by a car, and they were all at his funeral burying him, and Lois was like, "Brian's dead," and then Adam West stands up and he's like, "None of you guys came to my funeral," and then he slowly fades away. Like he just gets up and fades.
Yeah, and that was the second Family Guy thing I found funny.
Yeah, I feel like there are just like you just have to watch like clips. Like never watch an episode, but watch Family Guy clips, and you'd find it funny.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So now that we've got our Family Guy.
yeah,
thing
Family Guy has nothing to do with what we had planned for this episode.
What we have planned for this episode is the Osha Chronicles, and we're not actually talking about a person named Osha, although that would be kind of funny. We're talking about a person we know.
We don't want to say his real name.
Yeah, we're dubbing him Osha because it was a funny thing from the Pokemon Let's Play we did.
Who's Osha?
Who's Osha?
Oh no.
So
All right, let's
so-
not associate the name Osha with bombings. All right, so let's continue.
Oh, that's really bad.
Okay.
Oh fuck! It's not even a name. It's just 2 syllables. Osha.
Still do not know who Osha is, by the way.
No. All right, can I like say this off camera,
Okay.
off the record? I said Osant, and that's Anthony's rapper name. And it was so funny to me because I said Osant, and you just said, "Who's Osha?"
I think it's funnier having Osha be this mysterious person.
I know. It's so okay, back on the record. So we're gonna tell a series of stories about Osha because he's quite a bizarre individual.
Yeah.
We've
He's a legendary meme in the Toasty Toes community. We've referenced
Yes.
him. We've referenced him many times, even if you do not realize that we are referencing him.
Yeah.
We are referencing him.
Yeah, and if there's a joke that's not that funny, but we're laughing at it really hard, it's probably because
Chances are it's a
we've
joke.
integrated some Osha thing into it, and it's just become like a different thing.
Yeah. And he is still part of our friend group, so
Yeah,
on the off chance that he might be watching this video, listen, buddy, you've changed. This whole saga takes place in middle school. All right? So you've changed. You're a better man now. Never do any of this again. Okay? We're cool. This is just a meme, bro. All right? It's just a meme. Just a prank.
Well put. Fucking Christ.
Sam, because I know he's going to kill me.
Oh yeah. well, he's in Pennsylvania now. No, Jesus.
What?
Sam, you're moved to Pennsylvania. You didn't know that?
No.
Well, I guess you're never
Good
gonna see him
fucking
again.
riddance.
Jesus Christ, Sam, you know the day I left school, he came up to me, and it was like the last time we ever saw each other, last time we ever spoke actually, and he was like, it's been real, and I was like, yeah, you've been like one of my better friends, and like I like sort of like gestured toward a hug because there was this awkward silence where he didn't know what to do, and he just goes, nah, no hug. So then we just shook hands, and walked away. And I think that
That
might
was
be the
it.
last. Yeah, that was the literally like that was probably the end of our friendship.
That was like the finale to like a Doctor Who season.
Yeah, I know.
Wow, that's really
Anyway,
emotional. No, yeah, he's a cool guy now.
no,
He's a cool guy
yeah,
now.
I
This
like
is his cringy past. He's chill
yeah.
now. He's chill. He's chill.
He's really funny too, but it's partly this is the reason why he's so funny.
Yeah,
'Cause
he's become synonymous with
he has a
everyone.
really weird sense of humor, but um
Okay, so let's get it started with the
yeah,
Osha Chronicles.
we met
With,
him.
yeah, our first memories of Osha.
We met Osa in the 6th grade, so 2014. I don't know why I said
Yeah.
it like that, but that's how I'm doing.
2014. I mean, what? That's not me. I don't do that video. That's Theory Guy.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh. Continue.
Oh, well, oh yes, okay. So our first impressions were of just kind of a strange guy, like fine enough,
Yeah,
I guess.
but everyone was a little weird in
Everyone
their
was a little
freshman year
weird.
of middle school because really, like, you're figuring yourself out. You know, it's a new
Yeah.
environment. Everyone was a little
Yeah.
weird. I mean, let's not act like we were not losers, Sam.
No,
Let's not
we were.
forget the Sam that we would all like to erase from our memories.
Oh Jesus Christ.
The Sam
Yeah,
that preceded Sam C.
what? Oh, I feel like we could say his name.
No.
We gotta
He's
say.
Sam. He's the other Sam H. Your evil clone.
Oh, true. Oh shit, he is a Sam H.
Yeah.
That's fucking weird. I feel stupid. I never noticed. Okay. Anyway. So we would like hang out with Osa in the what is it? In the cafeteria. Which I don't know why it took so long to say that. But
Yeah. Oh, I won. He was
nice.
he wore the same Deadpool hoodie where you zip it up and it's got Deadpool's mask all the time, every day. Even in the
Yeah.
boiling summer, he wore the same hoodie.
Yeah, and the whole thing with the hoodie was that it was Deadpool's costume. It was just and like there were like stains on it, and it like I question if he washed it, and it was just like a
I don't think so.
yeah he wore
I
it like
really
every
don't.
day. Yeah, and it was a it was weird. All right, well I guess I can start with the first story, which is basically like one of the funniest things that I've ever witnessed. It was well, it was
Whoa.
what?
I'll tell the beginning of the story. Okay. You
Yeah.
need to do the scream part. I'll tell the beginning.
Okay, you can tell the beginning.
Okay,
It-
so one
And
of
like,
our
never mind. Go ahead.
I used to hang out in the first year of middle school with one of my better friends, Jerry, rest his soul. He died in Nam 2.
Yeah.
Great guy. He did not deserve to be pushed off the top of that building by Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Of course. Yeah.
But that's what happened. I mean, Stephen
In the-
Hawking
in the-
body switched him.
in the canon.
Yeah, so sucks, right? But happens. But we used to hang out all the time.
Yeah.
And so we had our like our little cafeteria bench in the back of.
Start the game.
Okay, in the back. Hey Sam. Hey, shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up. Go ahead.
I'm leaving. I quit. So
Say it.
I'm being the Rangers. So so we sat in the back.
Yeah.
And like, you know, occasionally I met Sam Harris that year too. He
Yeah.
came over, so he sat with me. Like we had our little friend group going, right?
Yeah.
But then there's this one autistic kid, the same one who got punched in the Pokemon episode. If you haven't seen that, watch that.
Yeah.
He didn't get punched in the. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
If you saw that episode,
we're not.
we didn't take a
depicting
video of
violence
us beating
against
him
the
up.
mentally handicapped
Yeah.
or the mentally challenged.
So, yeah, and he was really, hyper,
He was also he was pretty strange. But
He
it was mostly attributable to the fact that he had like a condition.
yeah. So he was, you know, nice kid.
He was he was on the spectrum.
Yeah. He like so he one day he came to our lunch table, and he just kept talking about Sonic.
Well, yeah, he kept like saying the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, he was like Sonic is faster than Tails or something like that.
Yeah.
And I think you could take the story from here. Here's the stage. We're all calmly sitting at lunch, you know, not really like engaging in conversation, but like, you know, not disrespecting him, just like letting him talk.
Yeah, well, he didn't really. It seemed as if he didn't really care that we were listening, so we just continued with our day. It's how we were having some involved conversation before he started talking about Sonic. So he just kept ruminating about Sonic. I don't even remember the exact what he said. I guess it was a while ago though, so whatever. But our friend Osha walked up to the.
He didn't
lunch
walk up.
table.
He erected. He slammed the table and stood up.
He slammed the table. He stood up, and in his Deadpool hoodie, he screamed at the top of his lungs, "Shut the fuck up, or I'm gonna rip your spine out!"
Sam, your parents in the other room are probably like, what have we done?
Oh, yeah? Yeah, I'm great. I was just doing a bit. It was just a bit. Okay.
It's for the Toasty Toast. Hi, Miss Harris.
So, that was my mom.
We're
anyway.
abandoning you.
We're putting you on the side of... What?
I'm a grown man. You can't put me on the side of the road.
So after screaming,
Shut the fuck up.
"Shut the fuck up or I'm going to fucking rip your spine out," which is a really unpleasant image, like, which we never actually talked about what he said. It's just we've just repeated
We were all
it.
in shock. We were
Because,
all
like,
in utter shock.
I think the instant mental image that arrived, like once he said that out loud, just was like awful. Like just the idea of the
nobody. I was baffled. I was just my brain shut down.
Well, we were all 11 years old, and I don't think we had ever witnessed anyone screaming profanities like that in such a
an
public
autistic
place.
kid, no less.
Yeah, at a kid who was like, you know, getting help in class and had like his like, you know, he had like AIDS and stuff. Like he was like.
He had AIDS?
No! Oh my god!
Why did you phrase it like that?
With an aid!
An assistant.
No, it's not an
helper.
assistant. No, they're called aids. I never realized.
Why would you ever say that?
Why would you ever say that? No. So yeah, just the total lack of caring that this kid was on the spectrum. It was just like really like it was out there. And the kid obviously he started sobbing and he ran away.
And then we were like, Osha, that kid's autistic. And he was like, what have I done?
Did he actually say that?
Yeah.
I'm ruined.
He literally was ruined.
I didn't think he was
like that spread to the whole
he,
school.
I didn't think he regretted. Yeah, the fact that he screamed at the fact that he threatened to like de-spine an autistic child. Like just the idea of a spine.
Then he started crying,
extracted.
and we had to like comfort him. Like I was like, "What do you want me to do?"
You just.
I'm sorry that you threatened to kill an autistic kid. Like, what do you?
I'm sorry that you threatened murder.
I'm sorry you threatened to de-spine that autistic boy. It really wasn't your fault. He did deserve it.
No.
He was asking for it.
All he was doing was talking about Sonic.
You know what, Osha? You're justified.
yeah. It was a defining moment in our relationship with Osad
It was
because
a
we
defining
realized
moment in our life because that's where Osa memes were born.
that's
Like
true.
from then on, every insult was
I'm gonna rip
I'm
your
gonna
spine
rip your
out.
spine out. Yeah,
Yeah.
as you
Just the
do.
idea of a spine like, getting like,
Mortal Kombated it out of this poor kid. I imagine
getting
him like
like,
slurping it up.
yeah, like eating it. And I just imagine it's sort of like how you debone
Yeah,
a
and then
chicken
his
wing.
like
It was
neck
just
turns
like a
upside down and he crawls
yeah.
onto the ceiling.
It was just a really awful thing. Um, but that at that point we realized that something was up with Osa. That he wasn't quite right. He was a little strange.
I think
That
he thought it was fun. I don't know, because
no, I genuinely think.
even if
Yeah,
that kid was not autistic,
yeah.
he did that to a stranger.
Yeah, I mean, in middle
What did
school,
he hope to gain?
in middle school, it's slightly less like strange to scream at a stranger, because it's like everyone's young and they think it's okay to like be dicks because it's like what are you gonna do? Are you gonna tell the teacher or something? It's that whole dynamic. But yeah, I guess he violated an unspoken rule. But yeah,
The unspoken rule: don't talk to the autistic kid.
well, yeah, the unspoken rules don't like you can bully anyone you want except for the the kids who are
Can't help it.
handicapped. Yeah. So yeah, that was the spine ripping incident, and I think he has a taste for spine, honestly, and I haven't
Yeah.
gotten a single kill, and I'm not frustrated.
Sautéed spine.
Yeah, sauteed spine, sir.
It's 700 to 0, Sam. Come on.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I really believed I had a kill, but I guess I don't. So middle school was we spent time with him. He was like a member of our friend group for a while, and I got a kill.
Ah, shucks.
And shucks. And
fuck.
he's fuck. He sat at our table, which led to a lot of
Oh yeah,
more
sure.
weird table politics, I guess.
for sure. I think
I
I
guess-
got this. I got this next story.
Yes,
Hold on,
you do.
hold on.
You do. Because it happened to you, I think.
So, the aforementioned in Wacky Shack, Rudy,
A god.
a literal god among men. I mean, the
This-
funniest guy you've ever met. Like everything he said was like a one-liner, right?
Yeah.
He was awesome, and he was like, "Yo, I eat a lot." Like that was his thing.
Yeah, he did eat a lot. It was like in Friend 3, Friend 3 Camp Fred, the girl who ate a lot.
Oh, I remember generic girl who ate
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah. Oh, her name was Spoon.
Was it?
The fact that I remember it, I'm kind of ashamed of myself, but yeah, go ahead.
So then, where was I? How
You were
lost I
talking
was.
about Rudy.
Yeah. So, me and Rudy made a deal. He really wanted my I either had like a Capri Sun or something like that, right?
Yeah,
And
you were a
it-
Capri Sun person.
I was. I don't have a Capri Sun anymore, Sam. But
Okay.
I've outgrown Capri Sun actually. But I had Capri Sun, and every day he would trade an apple from the lunchroom for my Capri Sun because I didn't have I didn't have a account, so I couldn't get any of the food if I wanted it. So I always got apples from him, and then joined in. Fuck. And then Osa joined in.
Osa.
Osa.
Who's Osa?
So then Osa joined in, and so I would alternate.
Wait, Sam, you know what I just realized?
What?
People are gonna think that this is his actual name.
Good, let him.
Alright, go ahead.
So that Osa joined in, and occasionally I would get an apple from Osa. Occasionally I would get an apple from Rudy, and I would give them something in return. But then one day, I had a little bit of extra food, right? So I didn't want an apple that day. So Rudy was like, yo, let me get you an apple. And I'm like, nah, I'm set. Like, I actually kind of want my Capri Sun today. And he was like, all right, all right, all right. So I just was eating my food peacefully, right?
Yeah.
Somebody taps me on the shoulder. I turn around. I'm like,
Wait, aside, he also tapped people on the shoulders so much.
yeah.
Like, I've never noticed that about him, but he's like, he has a weird thing with tapping people's shoulders.
So
Wait, can I tell a quick story about what he did to Henry?
not in the middle of this story.
All right, I'll save it.
Okay. Save it for right after this.
Yeah.
Okay, so then he tapped me on the shoulder and I was like, yes. And I turned and looked at him. And he was like standing over me. And he was like pulls an apple out of his pocket and he's like, I got you an apple. Can I have your Capri Sun? I was like,
I got that's so funny. I got you an apple. Can I have your Capri Sun?
I was like, no thanks, Osa. I actually got enough food today. I'm set, right? And he was like, you're all fucking racist! And he like threw the apple.
Side note,
slammed-
Osa is an African American.
Yeah, and he slammed his skull on the
He slammed
lunch
his skull.
on the lunch table. and
Wait, I
started-
don't remember that.
No, you know the thing he does where he's like, oh fuck. He like puts his hands over his face, you know?
No, I
Oh.
don't. What are you talking? What, he slammed his skull? What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
And then he started like crying, and we were all like, fuck, Osa, what's up? And then he was like, you're always racist. You
Not
always,
just sometimes. You're always racist.
you always choose Rudy's apples over mine. I was like, the more you think about it, the less sense it makes.
And Rudy is of
Rudy is a Hispanic man.
he is of Hispanic descent.
And I didn't take his
So maybe
apple
it's like
either.
selective racism.
I
but
just
he
didn't
yeah.
want an apple. How is that racist? He was like, it's because I'm black. You don't want my apple because a black guy touched it, huh? Is that it? I was like, what is this?
Was this a prank?
Are you serious?
Do you have any idea
Do you have any idea
how
how
ridiculous?
bizarre you're being? And he was like, do you know what I've been through? I have faced racism in the lunchroom.
The apple.
I can't get a goddamn Capri Sun from you white people. And then he claimed that the whole table was racist, and he exiled all of us
He
from his
extrapolated.
from friendship for like a month
Over some apples.
over an apple.
And one fucking... Sam, wouldn't it be amazing if we had that apple?
If we preserved it.
Yeah, if we preserved it, if we mummified
Well,
the
he
apple.
like threw it, right? So
Yeah.
maybe there's like a stain somewhere, and we can like grab a sample.
Yes, the racism levels are off the charts here. It's a racist apple.
Oh my god, this apple is the source of all racism.
If we just destroy this apple, racism will be solved.
I can't let you do that.
Miss
Miss Seiler.
Miss Seiler, the Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan, what are you doing here?
Wait,
Well,
how do you know about that?
Well, kids, I'm here to teach you that racism is actually okay. Do 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 do. Cue photo montage of Miss Seiler teaching us
Looking
about the
depressed in
values
every photo.
of America's Knights of the Ku Klux Klan.
All right, kids. So it all starts.
Let's cut all of that. the weird Miss Seiler racism aside.
the weird Miss Seiler is the head of the Ku Klux Klan. Is out.
Yeah, that is the weirdest joke I think we've made in a while.
Yeah, but it's a classic.
All right, go ahead.
So that was the start.
That
Okay.
was another.
And then this was like the Osha is really fucking weird phase.
Yeah, this is when we were like kind of like when he walked up to the lunch table, we were kind of skeptical. We were anticipating something always with him because we always knew that whenever he came up to us, it would
Like
be like
something was gonna happen.
some weird.
This
event
man was like starting shit every day.
Every day of his life, he was starting something.
So, and one thing that I vividly remember as being the strangest moment in my life. Sam, we were just sitting. We were just sitting eating lunch. I'm not talking to him. He's not talking to me. We're just kind of sitting there. He looks around with his lizard eyes, right? making that face. You know the one.
Yeah, I do.
I'm just sitting there like, so what's up with you? He grabs my arm and bites it. I'm like, what the fuck?
Didn't he bite it really hard too?
Yes.
I completely forgot about that.
What is wrong with you?
Do you have any idea how bizarre that is?
that is? Why would you ever do that?
Didn't he bite people more than once?
Yes. He became the kid who bites people. What?
Okay, I have a funny story about
Osha.
Osha in high school that Benry told me. And Benry's a very deadpan kind of person.
Henry is the funniest guy I know. End of story.
Yeah. He is
Like
he
everything he says is hilarious.
he has a very dry sense of humor.
We could make a whole episode about
Benry.
Benry. Why are we calling him Benry? Henry. Like he's
Henry.
chill.
Yeah. Henry doesn't care. So Henry told me about this time he was walking through the hallway and he felt someone tap his shoulder.
Uh-oh. When he taps your shoulder, you know you're dead.
And he turns around and Osha touches Henry like on the shoulder. And he said in just a regular voice that he uses, he said, "What if Terry Crews was naked in your bedroom?"
I'm gonna lick your nuts.
And then Henry said, "I think has a crush on me." And I lost it at that point.
Everything he says is so funny.
Yeah. Oh fuck! I said.
Oh.
He said, "I think Osha has a crush on me." Or no, it was O.J. Simpson. Cut the O.J. Simpson out. It's Terry Crews. It's Terry Crews now. Terry Crews is funny.
We're going North Korea in this bitch.
What?
Changing history.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they do that.
Well, no, I forgot.
So, yeah, he became the guy who bites people.
Yeah.
On to, I believe that the next one is the milk chapter. Chapter 3.
Which
milk.
is the funniest thing ever.
Do you know enough about that story to explain it?
I do.
Okay, because I need to drink some Snapple.
You need to drink some Capri Sun.
I got Gamer Go pee here. Come on.
So, okay. So, we're in the cafeteria.
No, we're not. We're in
No, we're
Modern
not.
Warfare 2.
So we're in the cafeteria. Osa has a container of milk. I don't recall if it was chocolate or regular milk. It's milk. It's True Moo.
I believe it was plain milk. Yes.
Okay. But what's funny is that he actually used True Moo as his rapping name briefly when I was planning
Because
to
of
start
course
a
he
rap
had a
group.
rapping phase.
Well, yes, he said his name would be True Moo if you were a rapper, which I found pretty funny. And Josue also found that pretty funny. But so he had the milk and he was just sitting there eating. And someone knocked over the milk. Like, I don't know what happened. Like, I think we were just being like rowdy that day and someone pushed the milk and it fell and spilled into his pants. And well, he started sobbing. He started crying
Milk-soaked pants.
over spilt milk.
Sam. He was crying over spilt milk.
like he was literally doing the thing. He was like it wasn't even like little baby tears. He wasn't faking it. He was literally like that's it. I can't believe you spilled it on me. And then
No,
And
but
then
then
we
he
all
said we
just
were
sort of-
racist.
no, but first we all sort of looked at him like, is he serious?
Oh, is this really happening?
Is this happening in front of me right now? And what he said, okay, so it fell in the pocket on where I keep my phone. And it's like, okay, well, I doubt that your phone, which is encased
Take your
in
phone out of your pocket. He's just sitting there with milk all over him.
He's just screaming over milk.
I'm soiled.
I soiled myself, Bobby. No, and then he said, Bobby, I've soiled myself. And then he said,
Mother, I have soiled my pants, and I require a warm glass of mother's milk.
why did you say that? So, and then he claimed that they were new pants and that the pants were ruined, which I don't think they were because it's milk.
Because he wore them every fucking day.
Yeah, they were the same like baggy jeans that he wore every day of his life practically. So he was crying, and then I don't know how he claimed that we were racist out of that, but he just kept screaming,
Because we
"It's not
intentionally...
about the milk!
No.
It's not about the milk!
It's about the racists.
It's about the racism."
Sam, it's because we intentionally spilled that milk onto him.
Because we're racist.
We don't want to admit it, but we
Yeah.
knew. Oh, I know how to get back at those blacks. I got
Spill
it.
milk on him.
I'll spill this milk can on him.
And ironically, milk has become a symbol of the alt-right.
What?
Which you haven't heard of this?
What?
I'm serious. People who are alt-right, their favorite emojis are the frog emoji for obvious reasons.
No,
and-
what obvious reasons? What obvious reasons?
Oh no, they're the frog emoji. No, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Just the frog emoji.
There's a frog emoji? Better yet, there's a milk emoji?
Yes. I don't know what emotion the milk expresses. I don't see how it's an emoji, but it's an emoji. No, because Pepe the Frog was appropriated by the alt-right as a hate symbol. And milk, because it's white, represents white
Wow,
people.
they're really out of creativity.
They've lost touch, I think, a little
The
bit.
alt-right has lost touch.
The alt-right needs a rebranding.
Reboot the alt-right.
We're announcing an alt-right reboot.
2021. Alt-right reboot.
Alt-right 2. Donald Trump fucking dies.
Alt-right 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah. So their favorite emojis, like when they post stuff, it's like, and it's also like the okay emoji, like, you know, the okay hand symbol.
Yeah.
I don't know how this turned into a lecture on alt-right symbology.
Because you need to have context for these types of things.
Their favorite emoji is the frog emoji, obviously. For
Oh, I
obvious
never would have guessed.
And yeah, the OK hand symbol for it's like I don't know because it's like the number 4. It's like stands for
What?
It stands for 1488, which is like some
What
weird
the
code.
fuck? How does the OK symbol stand for 1488? Sam, whoever actually does this is fucking delusional.
because because
Do you have any idea how fucking delusional you are?
because it's 3 fingers. Then your
Okay.
and your 4th finger is I don't fucking know, okay? No, so ironically, I find it has become a symbol of like racism. Well, not obviously not to everyone, to some certain delusional internet Nazis who post
Some
selfies
delusional mongrels.
fire truck.
Can we make a fire truck a symbol of like
Fire
anarchy?
truck.
There's alt right, alt left, and then the middle is just fire truck.
Fire truck. No, so yeah, they like post selfies of themselves in their Make America Great Again hats.
Oh yeah,
And
and
the
the
emojis.
fedoras.
Instead of like, being a suburban white girl and putting like, I don't know, the rainbow emoji or the blue butterfly emoji or something, they put the glass of milk, the frog, and the OK symbol. This is a really weird tangent that's gone on for way too long. What's
What?
next?
What?
How did we get here?
You're gonna drown a frog in milk? Is that what you're saying? I don't
And then
get
gouge its eyes out.
it. Slash or whoosh.
We should get a Nazi on the program to explain this to us.
Sam, what the fuck did you just say to me? Sam, come over here. Come to me. Come look at this.
What?
You're gonna laugh really hard at this.
What is it? I already kind of hurt from laughing. What is
Oh
it?
yeah,
Where?
I'm gonna cut until don't kill me when you get here. I'm gonna
Okay.
cut until you get here. You see me? Look at this guy. I was looking at this face when you were like, let's get a Nazi on the program.
They all look like the milk guy or the chip guy.
They do. Oh, the chip guy is classic.
The chip guy is classic.
Not gonna make any sense to anyone.
The chip guy is like the pinnacle of you. Who do you think they got to like take photos of for this?
Oh, I was gonna grenade you.
Oh, that would have been funny.
That's probably the development staff or something.
They're all fucking ugly.
You all look like delusional mongrels.
I can't breathe. Sam, you could have killed me so easily. Yeah.
You were there? I was laughing.
How do I launch grenades? How do I launch grenades? There's a gun called the ump. The ump. And it says it's holographic, but I highly doubt that.
What are you, fucking delusional?
Delusional mongrel. Where'd you go? You delusional mongrel. I'll fucking kill you.
Why is that the funniest thing? Oh. Oh.
Alright, so is that the last of the middle school Osha period?
Oh, let me take a look. I have it all written down. I'm crying, Sam. I'm crying.
Delusional. Let me post my selfie of me in my MAGA hat and put the select coded emojis next to the image. Maybe I'll get retweeted by a writer for Stormfront. Mommy, can I have chicken tenders? Mommy, can you change my diaper?
Can I have chicken tenders? No, you delusional mongrel.
It's Mr. Blinken.
Okay, wait, we need to stop. I'm gonna die. Sam, my gut is gonna burst.
Mongrel. You Nazi mongrel. Yeah, one time I had a conversation on Omegle with a Nazi. Did I ever tell you about this?
Was he wearing the uniform and everything?
No, but he had a flag. He was like this kid who was,
Hello?
well, obviously he
You
was,
had Omegle with Hitler?
he was white.
Stop killing Jews, you delusional mongrel.
I'm gonna stop you now.
You're right. Why would you say that?
So, no, I had a whole debate with him on whether black people were human, and I made the absolutely astonishing assertion that black people are human.
No.
And he said they weren't, and he was like calling me a libtard and stuff. It was pretty like, and then I was like, and then he started ranting about socialists, and I was like, well, you know, the Nazi stands for National Socialism, right? So you realize you're a socialist, and he just sort of looked at me, and like I think a few brain cells grew back, but then he went back into the deep end, and he just gets up and fucking shits. The blood is everywhere.
I think he said he gets up and fucking shits himself.
He farts and says, "Eat it."
Watch the previous episode of Uncut for context.
Said there's no context. That joke doesn't make any sense.
Oh, this is what Uncut is all about.
No, and he just said, well, they only called themselves that to appeal to socialists. And I was
That
just
doesn't
like,
make any sense.
if they weren't socialists, why would they want to appeal to socialists as their main base?
Because
You're
a delusional mongrel.
Glass of milk emoji. It's not way out of hand.
Mongrel emoji.
Penis monkey.
Sam, what?
I just licked my mic.
Okay. Okay.
Accidentally. Okay,
Okay.
Should I tell the Burial story?
No, we're not there yet.
What else is there?
There's a lot more.
Fuck.
Alright, let's get back on track now. Let's start this game.
Delusional.
Can you hear my papers? My list of things I've got?
Yeah, your Osha Chronicles.
Alright. Next we've got the story I told you the other day.
Okay.
So finally back onto topic.
Osha, yeah.
To legend.
It's still a legend.
To bad the myth.
What if you fucking died? Sam, do you remember the mayor from Cloudy with a Chance of Meatball?
Yeah.
He was so fucking fat he couldn't walk.
Okay, that's not relevant at all.
What if Donald Trump was so fucking fat that he had to be wheeled on stage and his speeches were just, You're telling me Mike Pence wouldn't laugh even just a little bit? He'd like try to hide it, and then Trump would like point, and then he'd be executed by because Donald Trump would bore him.
Okay.
It's
Done.
way too late for this.
We're done.
We're done here. Why are you laughing?
Why are you laughing so hard at the word mongrel?
Because you're a mongrel.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Back,
What is the
back.
next story?
The next story. So, let me get a drink.
Don't choke. Don't choke on the penis monkey. A blue. A blue.
That was the worst attempt to make me laugh I've ever experienced. It was almost comical how much you failed.
Alright.
Back on track.
Oh.
So, back to Osa.
Go ahead.
So Osa, right?
So
Don't say it. I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
say what? Penis monkey?
Delusional mongrel.
Oh, go again.
Okay. So, when this was like probably a year, right? A year later or so.
Yeah.
Me and Osa had some more classes together.
Right.
So we started hanging out a little bit more. Still not a lot because he's insane.
Because he's a little fucking crazy.
So
He's not like the kind. He wasn't the kind of crazy where you wouldn't be friends with him though.
yeah, he was just off.
He was just that off.
Like
kid,
one time we were watching a movie in class, and he fell asleep with his ass up in the air. Like he laid his face on the table and stuck his ass in the air and slept like that. So anyway, I was waiting to be picked up because I was after school for some reason. I don't know why, right? And then my dad pulls in, and I go to get in the car, and he's like, "Hey, you gotta get in the back seat because we're picking up your brother, and he's gotta go at the front seat for some reason. So go in the back." I'm like, okay. So I go in the back, and I look out the window, and Osa's jaw drops. He goes, "Wow!" And then we start.
Wait, can I interrupt you?
No. So he's.
Okay. I
Save
just
it.
fucking did, but go ahead.
Save it.
Yeah, I'll save it.
And he goes, "Wow, in the back seat, right?" And we're like kind of weirded out, but like my dad doesn't know him, so we just keep drawing. We keep driving, right? We started driving away, and he started sprinting after the car at full speed. He threw all his stuff on the ground and just sprinted after the car for like a block. And my dad was like, "Who the hell is this guy?"
Get a load of this guy.
He was like, "What the hell?" and then Osa tripped and fell. And we got away.
All right. Question time.
Yes.
When he said "wow," was there like a perceived slight being made upon Osa by you? Like,
No, he just said that for no reason.
okay, because I thought there was something I wasn't picking up where it was like somehow you were racist because you were sitting in the back.
Maybe. I
Okay,
don't know.
For some reason,
Probably.
it brings to mind like Rosa Parks and the whole like vaguely like.
Oh, like that I
sitting in the
wanted to
front
sit in
back.
the front. Maybe that's what he was on to. I don't know.
That's a
Sim,
huge
I don't know why he
extrapolation.
sprinted after my car.
It's such a weird.
Why would you do that? Why would you ever do that?
Yeah.
Anyway. So then, he was in my class, right? For a
Yeah.
while. So obviously a lot of stories were coming up. And this is where Larry comes into play.
Fucking.
Side note, you want to explain Larry?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
So there was this kid whose head was shaped like a tangerine. That's it. No, I didn't.
Why would you say that? This kid looked like Sumo from Clarence.
Oh! I forgot about that.
Okay.
No, yeah, he looked like Sumo from Clarence except with glasses. And the way his name was actually what am I gonna say? His name was actually Jordan. But one day, well, okay, when we first knew Larry, he didn't speak.
No, we had no idea who he was.
No, but like, remember the week where he didn't speak?
No, here's what happened. Because you're getting the facts wrong, Sam.
No, I know the story, but I don't think he spoke for a while.
So what happened was we were all sitting at our lunch table, right? Like Osa, Rudy, me, Sam Harris, Sam C probably. So we were all just sitting at our lunch table, and like we were talking about something like bizarre, right? And then we turned to the side, and this kid who none of us knew was just sitting there staring at us.
Eating an apple.
And eating an apple.
2 inches away from your face. He was like uncomfortably
We had no idea who he was. So there was like 5 seconds of silence. And then Sam Harris just goes, "Oh, hey, Larry." And from that moment on, he was Larry. And he never spoke.
Yeah, until he did. And then
Until he started to come out of his shell. But he used to just, like Golden Age.
Sit down.
Golden Age Larry would do nothing.
Yeah, he would just sit down and not eat or speak.
Just sit there. That was Golden Age Larry. But anyway, then this trend started where at the lunch table we would have roast sessions.
Oh shit, I remember that.
Where somebody would like sit, like they do at birthday parties, where like somebody like sits in the middle and then everybody roasts them, right?
Yeah. Those are really fun. I miss those.
Yeah. It was pretty fun. And then one day we were kind of bored, and we were in, like for some reason we had this really like eccentric teacher, and she like took everybody to the cafeteria to read, for some reason.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
You weren't there for this. This was
I wasn't there for this.
You weren't. This was my class with Larry and with Osa.
Oh.
So you weren't there for this.
Oh,
So.
okay.
What we did was we were hanging out, and he was like, "Yo," Osa was like, "Yo, let's do a roast session." And we were like, "I don't know, man. Let's save it for lunch. He's like, "No, we're not doing anything." And we're like, "All right." And he's like, "Don't hold anything back." And we're like, "Okay." He's like, "I seriously don't care. Don't hold anything back. Hit me with everything you've got. I will take it." And I'm like, "Okay." And he's like, "But I'm gonna hit you right back." And we're like, "Okay, man. Yeah." We're like getting hyped up, right? So Osa is up to be roasted. And I say that he looks like a Chef Boyardee ravioli. He bursts into tears and runs to the other side of the lunchroom and sits alone.
I didn't know that part of the story.
You're racist! How is that racist? I'm trying, Osa. I'm fucking trying.
You really said ravioli, and he really said.
And then the teacher was like, "What happened? Why is he crying?" And I was like, I called him a ravioli. And she was like, "I don't have time to deal with this."
I can't stop laughing. You can't make that shit up.
This
If
happened.
you told me that,
This happened.
if you told me
This
that,
is our life.
and I didn't know you, I would have said you're
Question.
lying.
I would have said you're delusional.
Sam, I'm laughing so hard I'm sweating out of my stomach.
Me too. Oh my god. This is a good
Stop.
uncut.
Yeah. No, so oh, is that so okay. So I think this is before high school. And this is like this was the moment I had with Osa where I realized that I was gonna be like friends with him, I guess. Like for a brick.
What? We're really about to go through the whole cycle again, where you have to explain your bizarre fucking language. Are you with us? Are you with us?
No. Okay. I'm gonna go for this once.
Sam. What? The fuck? Brick is not a unit of time.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Okay.
In New York City, sometimes they say, I haven't seen you in a brick. It's also an expression
Suck my fucking dick.
of temperature. As in, it's cold as brick out here. I don't know why. I get the
What?
brick. I get the temperature part.
Since when are you a New Yorker, first of all?
I'm not a New Yorker. It's just slang I picked up. I don't know where it came from. They also say it in other cities like DC and then Los Angeles. I don't know about Los Angeles.
That
But
time
definitely.
that time that me and Tajay got sent to a meeting at the World Trade Center. Do you remember that?
Yes, but that's out.
No, Tajay's cool. He's
No,
cool.
no, no. But like that's another.
I know, but it's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's the two of us in suits, like, so,
So.
Okay, so continue. That's a story for another day.
So yeah. So I get the brick as a as a unit of temperature because bricks tend to be
No,
kind of
not
cold.
about the bricks. Go back to Osha.
No, Sam, I want to talk about bricks for the rest. Shut up about the brick. So this was the day I knew that I was gonna be with Osha for a minute, for a brick, for an extended period of time. But before this day, I had actually been hanging out with Osha basically every day or every other day. I'd been hanging out with him and the 7th grader because we were in 8th grade at the time. Or it might have been 7th grade. I don't know. I just know it wasn't 6th grade. But this 6th grader, 7th grader, this younger girl named Mary.
Excuse me. Her name is Barry.
No, oh yeah, her name is Barry Allen, the Flash. No,
Does she care? Is she the...
I don't know where she is right now.
Okay, she's probably dead. Just leave it in.
we're just like heartless corporate bastards. Just
Sam,
what?
you're a heartless bastard.
You're a heartless mongrel.
Sam. You fucking monster.
All right. So
Okay, back to it.
so I was hanging out with him and this girl Mary, and now keep in mind, this was also when I was doing rock band in middle school with Bamron Brahm. And it was awful. It was one of the worst times I've ever had in my life. There were like 5 singers. I was one of them because I didn't know how to play an instrument. Was one of the singers.
Sam,
And in it,
Osha.
oh shit!
He knows that we're talking about him. He's like Voldemort.
That's true. Well, now Voldemort knows what you're talking about.
Fuck. Continue.
So I would hang out. Mary was also part of the rock band, but fuck, I had anticipate that.
Continue.
So I was also hanging out with Mary because I was hanging out with Mary because she was in rock band. Was also in rock band.
Sam,
This kid.
Osha.
Oh yeah, Osha. I forgot. The prophet. I'm tired. I'm 50 years old. I'm 110 years old. So,
What?
what? So and there's also this girl. There's also this kid named Angelo.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna keep introducing characters. No, this kid Angelo, who is also like stranger than Osai. Actually, this is just a very short side story. One time, someone brought up Coca-Cola. I was in a room with Angelo and this other kid, and the other kid brought up Coca-Cola. He mentioned Coca-Cola, and Angelo, being Angelo, said, "Wait a minute." And then he proceeded to grab me by the neck, squeeze harder than I've ever experienced, that I've experienced since. As in, I could not breathe. And he screamed, "Coke!" And I was...
Sam, you
I
screamed
said-
Sam, you screamed so loud that your mic audio flatlined. It went to silence.
What?
It went to silence.
Oh.
Your mic
well,
cut out from how hard you screamed.
Well, he screamed, "Coke or Pepsi!" And I didn't know what would happen if I answered wrong. Because he had his hands around me in a
Please.
visor grip.
Don't touch me.
He was fucking insane.
Well, he
And-
can't be more insane than Osa because we're not worried about mentioning his name. Whilst
Oh,
Osa,
yeah.
we would never say his name.
Oh yeah, well Angelo would never find this channel, trust me. But I didn't realize
The
Angelo
next
was
day.
strong. The next day. And I didn't realize Angelo was this strong. But he was, and I couldn't breathe. I felt like I was gonna die. And I took the leap of faith and I squeaked out Coke. And he let go and he said, "Right answer!"
I'm scared for you, Sam. What if you said Pepsi?
I know. I feel like he would have actually fucking killed me. Like, no
Sam, you
cap.
wouldn't be here today if you there was a
If I-
50-50 chance.
I know, and he had given no indication as to what was the right answer. I don't even care. I don't have a preference. But I wasn't about to like sound out, "I don't care," like to him, because obviously he cared. And I could
Your
only
life
get out,
was on the line.
I could only get out like 1 or 2 syllables. Yeah, I know. Like I literally couldn't breathe. I was like my I think there was like damage to my throat. But anyway, so I was hanging out with Angela.
And that's when your laugh got weird.
Yes,
after
that's
that.
true. It became a Rich Evans laugh, and so I don't know why I was like I still chose to associate with Angelo, because it was just convenience. Like I don't know, but I would go with Angelo and Mary. Most of the time, it was either with just Mary or just Angelo. I would go with Osa, Angelo, Mary to the mall. We would all walk to the mall, and and what was really weird was that would occasionally get really flirtatious with Mary. I mean, Osa would you get really flirtatious with Mary? Like one time someone mentioned succubi. Like it was either me or Mary who mentioned succubi, or no, mentioned succubi.
What is succubi? So you just say things. You just say things. And you brick and you succubi.
I'm gonna pee. The delusional mongrels.
Pee on camera.
Well, I'm gonna tell you. So he said succubi. He said succubi. He said succubi. And
Yeah, I know. I know we said
and we said, "What is succubi?" And he turned to Mary, grabbed her by the hand, and said, "A succubus is a woman who is spiritually summoned by an incubus to have sex with. A succubus takes control of the incubus and spiritually attaches herself to the soul of the incubus, forevermore linking them.
She went, you delusional mongrel.
No, Mary was a really strange person too. So she went, "Oh, really?" And then Osa kissed her hand. So anyway, Mary wasn't there the day that we're talking about.
All right, this might be off. I have a story to tell too, and it might be off.
What do you mean it might be off? What is
It
off?
might be too bad for Uncut.
Well,
but
do you
it's-
want to say it now?
but it's
Because
really
this is
good.
like the ultimate story.
Oh, are you not done?
No, I'm not done.
Oh, continue.
I haven't even begun the actual story. I've just
Oh
been
my
setting it up.
crap!
So, do another match. So I was walking with Angelo. I mean, I was watching with. I was walking with Angelo and Osa. What am I saying? Who is Angelo? Who is Osa? What am I talking about? So I was walking with them to the mall. And I don't give a fuck if Uriel watches this. You know what, Uriel? If you're watching this, just know you're a fucking dick, alright? Fuck you.
I love that attitude.
Yeah, like,
Fuck that guy for real though.
yeah, he was such an asshole. Like,
The worst, man.
fuck that guy. So Uriel... So we were walking to the mall. And Uriel had what I could only call a posse of around 4 to 5 other people with him. He was...
What I can only call it posse.
He was...
Sounds so white.
The posse was following us.
Oh no.
And the posse all had on these looks where it's like, fuck. Like
we were really about to get jumped.
no, they all had this facial expression that just said fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They did not look happy. They're following us. Had on his Deadpool hoodie.
Well, that just makes you a target at that point.
At that point, yeah. And we were gonna go to the mall, and Uriel touched and turned. Uriel touched Osa,
Thank you.
and Osa turned around. You know, you should just have an audio clip where it says Osa, and you replace it with every mention of the other name. So Osa turns around, and he says, "What do you want? What is it?" And Uriel is unfazed by this. By
Whoa,
his-
you delusional mongrel?
Now we talk. But he, and then he said, "What's good then, huh? What's good? What's good? I'm gonna fucking kill you."
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
And then this is what baffled me, because he had on
What?
he had on a bodysuit.
Like the kid in the Deadpool hoodie is gonna beat the gang of bullies.
No, Uriel had on a bodysuit that was the Chicago Bulls. It was like, it had like the 90s Chicago Bulls logo on it. And I remember thinking, and he had Jordans on. So he was like, it was like 90s Michael Jordan was like his like outfit, I guess. And then he called Amir the hard R N-word.
Oh
Which
my
is like-
god. Oh my
which is
god.
like-
That's a death sentence.
Which is like, you're wearing the name of a black person on your feet. Like, if you're gonna be racist, like, why don't you just wear LL Beans?
Sam, we got called racist for not wanting to trade a Capri Sun with an apple. Imagine calling this man the hard R N-word.
No, and then there were like, I think there were a few black kids in the posse. That's such a racist sentence, but I think there were a few black kids there. They were like, yeah. It's like, what is happening? What is happening? Like, what? What is going on?
What
So
is going on?
So starts crying. I mean, Osa starts crying.
Of course. When does he not?
And Uriel starts pushing him. Like, he starts pushing him down the street, and he doesn't actually punch Osa. So
He goes, "Leave me alone," and then they all
No,
fly back. He's got powers.
and Osa goes into this rant where he's like, "You have tormented me ever since the 3rd grade. Why are you like this? Who are you? What do you want? What do you want from me?" And Uriel just goes, "What's good then? What's good then? Huh? Huh?" And then Osa continues like screaming his monologue, and they don't really care about Osa's soliloquy. Osa's like turning to the audience now and shit. It's like it's gotten out of hand, and
He goes, "Can you believe this guy?"
can you get a load of this guy? And they never actually got in a fight, and the posse was just there to make Uriel look cool, and it was a really unpleasant 5 minutes because I wasn't even like they didn't even look at me or Angelo. Like I don't know what was up. They just wanted Amir. They just wanted him to cry, I guess. And like keep in mind, Uriel had never spoken to Osa before. Like I
So
guess
what was this torment? This torment?
I guess they must have had a few altercations in elementary school.
You have tormented me. I don't even know who you are.
Nice. No,
I'm making.
but I
that
had
into a
never
meme.
seen them have a conversation before this, and I never saw them after that. But what is it? Yeah. So and then we ended up having to walk to the mall and like calm them down and say it's okay, they're stupid, don't worry about it. And then we had to cross this river to get to the mall. It sounds like a really long like trek, but it's not. It's just there happens to be a river there, and it's in the park. You know, the park.
The park.
Not that park, but the park.
Yeah.
Yes. So and then when we crossed the river, Osa would cross with his Air Force Ones, and we would cross like really quickly because we didn't really care about our shoes. But Osa had these AF1s that were like pretty pristine, I guess, and he would always say, "Not the Air Force Ones," and then take them off and carry them.
Hey, Osa, shut up.
Shut the fuck up. No. Yeah, I felt really bad that day because like, damn, why do you gotta do that? Like we were just trying to go to the mall with our friend, and you just came up and said, "What's good?" And then he had to like have a mental breakdown over the torment that has occurred since the 3rd grade.
That one time he said, "Yo, can I borrow your pencil?" and never give it back.
Pencil.
Pencil.
So that was like
One time.
That was the story.
One time. This is irrelevant. Speaking of pencils, I knew this kid. His name was Bryson. I'm sure he'd be fine with this. What he said. So, he in like 4th grade, he was like, "Watch what I can do." And,
I know what it's.
and he stabbed a pencil up his nose and punctured his brain. He fucking died.
Wait, did he actually die?
No, he's okay. He's brain damage though.
Oh.
Anyway, that
is
got
he-
dark.
How bad is the brain damage?
I think he could speak.
He can speak. Sam.
He can ask for applesauce. I don't.
Oh my god. Can I have apple juice? Spills it.
You're racist.
Everyone get to the...
Everyone we know is a bizarre mongrel.
It's a bizarre... That's the title of my autobiography.
Bizarre
Bizarre mongrel.
Bizarre mongrel.
Yeah.
Alright. Alright. So this story might be getting cut.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just gonna say now. If you're like
Sam, what the fuck are you doing giving a trigger warning? Actually, go. If you have
No.
epilepsy...
no, if you have epilepsy, I'm about to rip ass. I'll wait. I'll wait.
Be careful if you have OCD. I'm about to rip ass. Take it. I'm about to diarrhea dookie fart. Take it. Suck it.
Shit, I'm drinking, Sam. Stop. Okay. So Sam.
Millsberg poops his pants. And Miss T gives him a raspberry.
Alright.
I don't know why I said that. It just came out. I'm so ashamed.
Sam, it just came out.
A poop just came out.
The poop just came out, mommy.
Jesus Christ.
What's wrong with us?
Bryson.
So, no, if
Bryce
you're
Anderson has a cute butt. Go
like...
ahead.
Sam, what? What? That never happened. Something happened. No, it didn't.
Of course not. It never happened.
The video ended after the Uriel story.
Yes.
We're not keeping that in.
No.
I crossed the line, guys. I'm sorry. Something has to be cut from Toasty Toes Uncut.
Yes, it does.
This is only the third
Because
episode.
it's not even funny. It's just a depressing story.
Yeah, we're not doing this. Yeah. Okay, it's over.
And it made us look at our friend in a different light.
We're never bringing it up again.
Nope.
Seb? Seb, I'm never talking to you again.